Why are they going 3 wide? Oh my god, I can't hold him. I can't hold him. Oh!
1990. Ah, spaghetti.
Hello?
Hey, okay, bring your ass over here.
Okay, I'm on my way. Let's go.
So, quick briefing before this race. Against a grid showing a level of PSGL F3, F4 for the front grid, and pretty much PSGL F5 in the middle field. You have the pace to challenge them, and we count on you to finish in the points.
Going into qualifying, I didn't have too high hopes, considering the competitive nature of the grid, but I was still gonna give it my all. After the first push lap, I managed a 41.8, which is 3/10 off of my personal best. But I just felt in my body that there was more. There was more time to be found. I just needed to put the corners together. Through Le Combe, we managed to find a huge amount of time. And I managed to carry that all the way to Pouan, where disaster strikes. I hit the grass on the inside and I understeer wide, losing all of the progress. I was slightly disappointed, but it doesn't matter now. This is the one that counts.
On va la piste la plus chaude.
And out of Le Combe, we do manage to find some time, but just not as much as we did last time. And we managed to take Pouan flat this time. But out of the exit of Sector 2, it's just not enough. And we run out of ERS before we hit the bus stop chicane. And that means I'm only going to cross the line with a 10th improvement.
Oh my god,
and unfortunately, that means
such a
I'm
bad
going to be
lap.
starting from the back of the grid. Going into the much anticipated race, pressure is at an all-time high, but it's gonna be 5 lights, and away we go for the Belgium Grand Prix. Off the line, it's gonna be a great start, and I see a gap on the outside, so I go for it, but the pack punches up all of a sudden, and I almost crash into the back, and I had to take avoiding action. That wasn't ideal, because now I'm 2 seconds behind everybody. However, I'm not worried, because on the opening laps, a lot of people are gonna go side by side through a lot of the corners, and that's gonna allow the pack to bunch up, and for me to catch up to the pack. But nothing prepared me for the spectacle that awaited me into Pouan. They go 3 wide and they tangle, and 3 cars crash. That's a lot of damage. Front wings flying about, and I move back up to P17, which is the position I started in.
Gratuit.
And from where I'm from, we don't look a gift position in the mouth. And on the second lap, into turn 1, there's another incident. This race is just relentless. However, now we have a little problem. We are a little bit away from the pack, and I'm gonna have to work with the B-carb in front of me in order to catch up. And I'm gonna have to push quite hard, almost losing the car into Bruxelles. I believe that's Bruxelles. And the Sauber, I believe he had damage, so he had to box, and we move up to P15. Hey, don't mind me if I do. Now, Isaac in the McLaren, he's been involved in an incident earlier, and now he has caught up to our 2-man train. And in a second, he's gonna get past me, and he's gonna start swapping DRS with Pascal. And I have to say, it was not easy to stay with him, but I managed to, for a couple of laps at least. And that didn't last long, because coming out of no name, Pascal is gonna have a huge moment, and he's gonna blow up into the wall. And so far, I've just been gaining positions for free by staying clean and avoiding incidents. Going into lap 9, it's when I lose DRS, and that's not going to be ideal for the race. Following the call from my engineer, I head into the pits and put on fresh mediums, because being out there with that DRS would just lose me more time. And my race pace is going to be tested for the next couple of laps. On lap 16, that's when the action starts picking up again. Coming out of Stavelot, what is that? It's a McLaren in the gravel. And that means I'm gonna move up to P14 for free. Another position gain by simply making no mistakes. And on lap 17, it appears the Aston also had a moment, and I'm gaining a lot through the corners. His tires are just not cooperating anymore, because he went for the aggressive soft medium strategy that did not pan out for him. And this could only mean another free position for me, up to P13, because here comes Formula Kai down the Camel Straight. And it looks like going through no name, our luck just keeps on giving, because there's another car in the gravel. That is Isaac. We remember managed to shake our DRS in the first stint. And just like collecting Pokemon, I now have 2 cars in the wake of my slipstream. However, it's not going to be as easy for me to dispatch Isaac like I did the Aston Martin. because he boxed way later. Even though he had a moment, he has no damage and he is on much fresher tires. But I'm gonna try to stay with him for as long as we can, but I make a huge mistake coming out of campus. And that's gonna cost me the DRS. I'm gonna drain my battery to try and hold on, but it's futile. And I'm driving the car to its absolute limit, almost losing it on the penultimate lap. Luckily for me though, Isaac has a 3-second penalty and I'm 0 warnings. And going into the final lap, it's a 2-second gap to him. If I can just manage to stay within that 3-second window, I could maybe gain another position. Going into the middle sector now, this is where it counts. I need to hold on, and my mediums are just not biting anymore. They're screaming. Coming out of no name, it's up to 2.3 second gaps now. It's only a 6/10 margin to Isaac. I need to hold on. I must do whatever it takes. Through the fast chicane, the gap just keeps climbing and climbing. But somehow, coming out of Savalo, it's a 2.4 second gap. And honestly, this is still very possible. I'm gonna drain my battery, dump everything I have down the straight, through Blanchimont, through bus stop chicane, across the line. It is going to be a P12 finish. But hold on, no, it's a P11 because one of the V-carbs in front had 22 seconds worth of penalties. As I crossed the line, I didn't know at the time that the top 15 would get points, but when I got told so, I couldn't be any happier. Let's go, yo! Now if you like what you saw, make sure you give a like, give me support, and also subscribe so you don't miss out on the next video that I'm gonna post, especially with the upcoming PSGL season. I'm also gonna have a Discord server up and running soon, so stay posted. Good things are coming. This is Formula Kai signing off. I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.